In this week's Blizz Pro Weekly, the fate of Titan is revealed, BlizzCon in-game goodies, WoW gets an undelete character feature, the philosophy of the Kadala changes in Diablo, a glimpse into the future of Heroes of the Storm, and Hearthstone DreamHack results. Hey guys, welcome to the newest episode of Blizz Pro Weekly. As always, I'm your host, the Bearded One, the Bearded Wonder, whatever you want to call me, the Beard, Chris Arnone. And we have a friendly cricket in the studio that we cannot seem to find right now, so yeah, that's joining us. Anyway, first off, we want to talk a little bit about something we've mentioned before. The Extra Life charity is fast approaching, and we're a month away now with the event happening on October 25th. Now, if you're not in the know, Extra Life is an awesome little gaming marathon that raises money for the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. This year, Blizz Pro is participating with a goal of trying to raise $1,000 for our local children's hospital here in Kansas City. If you would like to donate, please visit extralife.blizzpro.com. If you'd like to help raise money yourself, you can also go there and sign up. In the end, it's all about raising money for a great cause. And by the way, we get to play video games to do it. That's pretty awesome. Now, Blizzard has officially announced the cancellation of a game that was technically never officially announced to begin with. For those wondering what we're talking about, it's the next-gen MMO that was codenamed Titan. After 7 years in development and some regrouping last year, CEO Mike Morhaime and Senior VP Chris Metzen announced through Polygon that they have closed the door for good on Titan. Now, there's a nice, awesome interview. Go check it out. Mike Morhaime was quoted saying, "We have created World of Warcraft, and we felt really confident that we knew how to make MMOs. So we set out to make the most ambitious thing you could possibly imagine, and it didn't come together. We didn't find the fun. We didn't find the passion. We talked about how we put it through a re-evaluation period, and actually what we re-evaluated is whether the game we really wanted to be making. The answer is no." Now, the timing of this announcement is kind of curious with BlizzCon coming up really soon. Now, it might be to sort of temper fan expectations for an MMO announcement at BlizzCon, but this also leads us to believe that Blizzard is planning to announce a new game, but seems to us unlikely to be an MMO. So rather than have a new game announcement that's sort of overshadowed by what's going on with Titan, Blizzard decided to just go ahead and sort of inoculate people, get the news out there now, and get it out of the way. Now, for those wondering about that new game that may or may not get announced at BlizzCon, several months ago, Blizzard trademarked the name Overwatch. And not long ago, we announced that Michael Booth, a game director of an unannounced Blizzard game, was hiring for his new game. Nothing else is really known about Overwatch, but Michael Booth was the lead game designer for Left 4 Dead and has quite the nice FPS background. So with this announcement, what do you think Blizzard has in store for BlizzCon? Do you think they're going for a new game announcement? Do you think this year might be a little bit of a letdown? Let us know in the comments. Now, speaking of BlizzCon, Blizzard has posted a list of all the digital doohads and doohickeys and all those things that will be awarded to players who purchase a BlizzCon ticket this year. Now, the list adds to the previous unveiling of Gromlock, the World of Warcraft pet shown last week that, of course, JR had me mention again. He's very excited. Ticket holders will also receive a special Hearthstone card backing, StarCraft 2 portraits and a decal, Diablo 3 weapon transmogs based on Warlords of Draenor, and a Heroes of the Storm mount. Now, that's for Heroes, not World of Warcraft, and a portrait. Now, for those attending BlizzCon and those who purchase the virtual ticket, you will get access to these goodies. So, good stuff. So if you're waffling, maybe those things will pull you over and make you do it. Okay, let's get into World of Warcraft.
Here's the beef.
Now, to help you get prepared for the upcoming Warlords of Draenor patch 6.0.2 release, Blizzard has uploaded the patch data to the background downloader. This means that you can now download the content, so when it officially goes live, you will be able to hop in and play immediately. As of right now, there is no date for when 6.0.2 will drop, but usually the pre-patch hits about a month before release, so we're looking at probably like October 14th. Now, we want to know, are you one of those players that deletes a character only to wish that you hadn't? Now, personally, we're still trying to figure out if those people even fucking exist. But evidently, there are some out there, or else Blizzard would not have bothered implementing this brand new feature. In patch 6.0.2, players will be able to undelete their characters through the UI. So if you delete your level 90 and you really miss him or her, you can undelete them and, rejoice, be happy once again. Blizzard has said, however, they are putting a restriction on this. You can only do it once every 30 days, which is more than fair. Okay, how about we talk some Diablo?
Stay a while and listen.
So earlier, patch 2.1.1 went live and brought some interesting changes to Kadala. Now the change greatly increased the blood shard cost of her items and also greatly increased her chance to give you legendaries. Right? Armor pieces have had their costs increase from 5 to 25, rings from 10 to 50, amulets from 20 to 100, and weapons from 15 to 75. These changes have caused a lot of debate around the community, so Travis Day hopped onto the forums to let us know the philosophy behind these changes. Now this is a quote. The Kadala change is primarily meant to be a quality of life change for players. Having to fill up your inventory and run back and forth to the blacksmith could be mildly cumbersome experience, and we wanted to improve that. All items on Kadala had their cost increased. When this is done, the chance for her to give you the items also increased, but by more than the cost justified. So for the same number of shards as before, players will now walk away with 1/3 more legendary items. So basically, Blizzard is trying to give you more legendaries for your blood shards and less rares that you'll just end up selling or salvaging. Just trust the math and move on. Okay, let's get into Heroes of the Storm. So Blizzard has announced that the upcoming October 7th account wipe on the technical alpha for Heroes of the Storm will be the final data wipe. This includes purchases, matchmaking ratings, everything. Now before the game enters its next testing phase, okay? So last data wipe until then. Which eventually, this will transition over to live game servers. This is in line with the release methodology they used for Hearthstone in 2013 into this year, 2014. Now the server move will bring Heroes onto Battle.net production servers, which means that players on other Blizzard properties will be able to see and interact with their friends who are playing Heroes of the Storm. Now significantly more invites are expected in this next testing phase for the game as part of this move. Now finally, the upcoming patch will include new features, including custom games and replays. So some cool stuff. But tell you what, you want to get in before October 7th before they do that final wipe. Okay, we have some Hearthstone to talk about.
Pull up a chair by the hearth.
Now with BlizzCon on the horizon, are you looking to host a fireside gathering event? Perhaps you want to get some friends together and watch the tournament live streamed? Well, the Hearthstone team is putting together little care packages for some people who are. Now, for those tavern hosts who have put together fireside gatherings in the past, if you're one of the first 125 people to email firesidegatherings@blizzard.com by October 25th, you will get an Ultimate Support Pack, which includes 2 Hearthstone pillows, a Hearthstone coaster set, a Hearthstone swirl mug, and 3 Hearthstone screen cleaners. Now, if you've never put one together before, fear not. You can also send a request, and 75 winners will be chosen at random from the pool of people who have never hosted one before. Now, check out playhearthstone.com for all the details. Now, speaking of BlizzCon, the first World Championships had their first 4 players chosen from Europe. Kaor, Number Guy, Green Sheep, and Kolento have all advanced through the EU round of 16 at DreamHack to qualify for the big first World Championship tournament at BlizzCon. Very awesome, right? Now, several big-name streamers, such as Reynad, did not make it through the rounds. It shows that this year, Hearthstone Tournament isn't just going to be a little exhibition match like last year. It's not just going to be some people who look good and talk good on camera, but some actually talented players who were really guiding the meta right now. Now, at DreamHack, we saw the recent nerfs have some effect, as Miracle Rogue was barely even played, Hunter was still relevant despite pretty much no more Starving Buzzards, and Control decks reigned supreme. Every single class was represented, however, showing how balanced really the game has become. Now, next weekend will be the North America tournament played in New York City, where we will learn more about these players who will be competing for $250,000 in prize money at BlizzCon. Well, that does it for this week's episode of Blizz Pro Weekly. Thank you for watching as always. Subscribe right here, YouTube, iTunes, both. You know, it's awesome. That way it gives you some flexibility. Me, I'm all over the internet. Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, The Bearded BookTube. I'm a Goodreads author, and my first book is available on Amazon. Now, if you have questions, just email us at askthebeard@blizzpro.com. And of course, you want to check out blizzpro.com, all the news, reviews, interviews, everything you need to know about Blizzard Entertainment games. Stay beardy, my friends.